callers, welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest stories. We are going to start with Franck Kessie, as it has been reported that the Barca midfielder has a tempting offer from Saudi Arabia and the player is open to proposals. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then secondly, talking about Vitor Roque, as it have been reported that Barca are still very calm and they know that the transfer of the player will be complete by tomorrow despite pressure from Atletico Paranense. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, as we get right into the full stories, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel. If you haven't, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right out to the very end. Over a week into the summer transfer window, Barcelona have been able to part ways with just one player so far in the form of Samuel Umtiti, whose contract was mutually terminated. The Blaugrana have been making serious efforts to try and offload players but have not had much success on that front. One of the stars who is being linked with an exit is midfield Franck Kessie. The 26-year-old midfielder has been at the club for only a year and failed to carve out a spot for himself in Xavi Hernandez's regular starting 11. With Ilkay Gundogan's arrival, his minutes are likely to take a further hit. That, coupled with the club's need to generate revenue, has led to Kessie being made available for transfer, and even though the Ivorian prefers to stay put, the possibility of him leaving is not completely off the table. Amidst this, AS is reporting that Franck Kessie already has received a tempting offer from Saudi Arabia to leave Barcelona. As iterated earlier, while the midfielder's preference would be to stay at the club, he is understood to be open to studying any good proposals that come his way. Kessie's contract with Barcelona runs until the summer of 2026. Amidst rising speculations over his future, his agent, Josh Atangana, met with club officials earlier this week to discuss the matter. Manager Xavi Hernandez was cryptic about the midfielder situation when quizzed about it in a press conference yesterday, as he said, I spoke with Franck Kessie. Yes, he already knows the situation, which is private, and I will not make it public. Considering Kessie joined for free, his sale would mean that any fee Barcelona receive can be chalked down as net profit in the books, which would help them with the financial fair play. Franck Kessie is attracting suitors from several clubs in Saudi Arabia. There had been reports of interest from Al Ali and Al Hilal in the recent past, with Al Nassr also entering the race recently. With an attractive proposal seemingly on the table, only time will tell if Kessie is willing to accept and move to the Middle East this summer. Franck Kessie's name has been mentioned quite a good number of times in this transfer window, as the player's future have always remained certain, even since last season. There were a lot of rumors about Franck Kessie, if he will stay or he will not stay, as Xavi Hernandez have never really relied on him in his starting 11. Franck Kessie wants to really stay at Barca by all means. His agents have always come to slam those rumors that he is leaving, that all those are fake stories, that Franck Kessie have always loved to stay. But when we look at Barca's point of view, selling Franck Kessie will still help the club, knowing fully well that the club will be going through, like they're going through a lot financially, and Barca are in serious need to offload players, and of course players that have not been featuring regularly for Xavi's side, are strongly being considered for sale. Last season we saw players like Ferran Torres, Ansu Fati, Eric Garcia, of course Franck Kessie himself and other players were not being shown as any importance in the lineup, and definitely Barcelona have been putting them up for sale. So it remains to be seen how things will go from here. Franck Kessie have been long linked with Saudi Arabian clubs, and now they are saying that he has a tempting offer, even though the club was not disclosed which of the clubs, because so far we know that three clubs have been showing interest in Franck Kessie in the form of Al Hilal, Al Ahly and Al Nassr, which means the tempting offer is either one of those three, even though they did not specify which of them. And according to this new report, they are saying that the player is now open to proposals. Of course, he knows very well how things have been for Barca, and reports previously were saying that Franck Kessie remains the only outcast, or let me say the only player out of favor that tries to understand the situation that we are currently going through, and he's open to a possibility of leaving the Camp Nou. Of course, that will come as delight for the Barca directors who really want to balance the books, not to ensure that player sales take place, which is very necessary because if purchases take place, then I think it will be something good because we really need some key players in certain positions if we really want to compete for next season. So let's see how Franck Kessie's future will look like. As it stands right now, nobody knows where Franck Kessie will be heading to next season, but the player is reportedly calm about everything, despite the endless rumors that are going through. Then moving on to the final story of discussion. Despite there being an agreement in place between Barcelona and Atletico Paranaense over the transfer of Vitor Roque, the former continued to buy some time to make it official. One of the many reasons that Gerard Romero have outspokenly said is the difficult economic situation that the club is going through, as he explains that the complicated economic situation of Barca is not allowing them at all to close their operation quickly. With the club, everyone continues to stay calm, but the fact remains that the pressure from the Brazilian team is mounting with every passing game and every passing day. This is because they know the kind of demand their prodigy has generated across Europe. As reported before, El Atletico Paranaense are now starting to lose patience with Barca as there is a delay in sending the requisite documents. As a result, the team from South America have informed Barca that they have just 24 hours to send the needed papers. All this comes amidst the growing interest in the young forward. Now, the team from Catalonia, Barca, has agreed to pay a fixed transfer fee of 35 million plus 10 million in add-ons for Vitor Roque, but the delay in transfer means there are other suitors who are willing to hijack that deal. For that matter, Chelsea, Manchester United, and Paris Saint-Germain are those three teams who have been credited with an interest. It is said that all three clubs are ready to offer more than what Barca are offering. Apart from that, these teams are also ready to triple the wages that the forward will be earning at Barca. Right now, Barcelona um, continue to stay calm as they believe in the agreement that they have with Beranensi and the player. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time. Bye bye.